Chosen one, this Saturday is coming for you. God decided something sacred is moving in your direction. This isn't an ordinary weekend, and it's certainly not just another Saturday. This time, heaven has written your name on a divine event that cannot be delayed, denied, or overlooked. There's an appointed moment on the way, set aside by God just for you. This Saturday is not coming at random. It's coming for you intentionally, specifically, and supernaturally. It carries with it the weight of everything you've prayed for, the signs you've waited on, and the confirmation your spirit has been whispering about. Don't dismiss this moment as routine. It is your evidence. It is your shift, and it is already in motion. Watch what unfolds. Chosen one, watch this video until the very end. Don't skip through it because the timing of this message is not coincidental. If your heart has been sensing something stirring in the unseen, if your inner voice has grown louder and your dreams more vivid, it's because the universe is responding to your alignment. In the comments, write your warmest wishes and type the number 99, because this is the week where wishes ignite and the atmosphere listens. Speak it boldly. Declare it faithfully and expect a ripple that moves through the supernatural in your favor. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. Something unusual is happening in the background of your life right now. You may not see it with your physical eyes, but your soul knows that movement is underway. This Saturday is not just another date on the calendar. It is the outcome of divine deliberation. What you're about to witness is not a surprise to God. It's what He's been preparing for you while others thought you were being overlooked. The plans that seemed to stall, the delays that felt like punishment, the silence that appeared to stretch endlessly. These were not void of purpose. They were cultivating the perfect moment. And now that moment is nearly here. Heaven never forgets what is owed to the chosen. There are divine compensations that have been reserved for such a time as this. Even when others thought your story was settled or written off, the author of all still held the pen. Saturday is a page turn. Saturday is an answer. Saturday is the fulfillment of what's been gathering weight in the spirit realm. And now it has ripened into manifestation. You've been through fire, but you didn't burn out. You've been through the wilderness, but you didn't wander forever. You held on to your vision when resources were low. When companionship was scarce, when your soul got tired, you still believed. That kind of faith does not go unnoticed. That level of endurance does not go unrewarded. And God has decided that your recognition is due. The atmosphere around this Saturday is heavy with anointing. Everything you touch from this day forward will begin to feel different, lighter, guided, more favoured. It won't be explained by talent, by timing, or by logic. People will try to figure out how things are suddenly working for you. But the real reason is beyond their comprehension. It was divinely scheduled. It is heaven's yes. This Saturday isn't visiting. You are its target. It's no accident that your soul has been growing quieter, more reflective. You've been pulled into a different kind of stillness. And in that silence, clarity has started to rise. That's not by chance. That's calibration. Heaven has been retuning your spirit so that you're able to receive what's coming without sabotaging it, without shrinking from it, without missing it. This Saturday is going to be so precise, so personal, so timed that you'll feel it in your bones. This is not a public miracle only. It is an intimate encounter. You've always had a different clock. While others were rushing ahead, you were being delayed intentionally. While others were gathering applause, you were gathering wisdom. While others were stacking wealth, You were storing up spiritual power. It wasn't punishment, it was protection. Your timing is being restored. Your inheritance is being placed in reach. Your role is becoming visible. And all of it is tied to this upcoming Saturday. There is a prophecy over your life, and it has waited for this hour. Every event you've lived through, whether painful or promising, has led to this next unveiling. What seemed like an ending was really an initiation. What felt like a breakdown was a spiritual reconfiguration. You're not behind. You're right on Kwe. This Saturday brings with it a moment of divine announcement, one that says, the wait has expired. It's your time now. And let's be clear, this Saturday is not just symbolic. There will be tangible signs, unusual communication, surprising open doors, divine nudges, encounters that feel orchestrated, opportunities that feel overdue. All will come to confirm what your spirit already knows. You'll know it when you see it. Your body will respond. Your heart will light up. And your mind finally will rest in the knowing it's here. Those who tried to overlook you will have to look again. Those who wrote you off will have to rewrite their opinions. Those who thought you'd never recover, never rise, never become, will be forced to watch your reintroduction. Because God is not just sending favour, He's sending visibility. You won't have to chase it. It will recognise you. And that begins this Saturday. There's a certain fire waking up in you, one that was dimmed for a season, one that was buried under the weight of waiting. But the ember never went out. And now it's being stirred again, not by circumstance, but by divine timing. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not underqualified. You are prepared. You are shaped for this kind of shift. You are refined for this level of favour. What God is doing on your behalf is not temporary. This Saturday will not just bless your weekend. It will shift the course of your season. It is the moment that turns whispers into reality. And what once lived only in dreams will now be welcomed into waking life. Let the doubters talk. Let the silence continue for now. What's about to occur doesn't need approval. It doesn't require votes. It doesn't depend on popularity. Heaven doesn't wait for consensus. When God decides, it manifests, and He has decided on your behalf. You can rest in that. You can move with that. You can rejoice in advance because this Saturday is for you. Stay positioned. Stay sensitive. Be ready to receive, not resist. Be open to unexplainable kindness, unlikely favour, and unexpected answers. Saturday may look ordinary, but it holds the extraordinary. Don't misread it. Don't dismiss it. It's coming to unlock what's been held back. It's coming to return what's been lost. It's coming to crown what's been overlooked. And you, chosen one, you are the reason it's coming. You are about to walk into a moment that doesn't require a key because the door was never locked for you. It was simply waiting to respond to divine instruction. You didn't miss the timing. You didn't lose the opportunity. It wasn't denied. It was deferred so that it could arrive exactly when you were ready to fully receive it. That time is now. That moment is this Saturday. There's a divine fingerprint on the hour that is coming. You felt something shifting, haven't you? That spiritual tug in your chest. That inner fire reigniting without clear explanation. That's your spirit being informed before your eyes catch up. This is why you've been waking up differently. This is why your spirit has been restless. You weren't imagining it. Heaven has been preparing you for this alignment. This Saturday has been orchestrated from above, and no force beneath can block it. Not the lies spoken against you, not the sabotage you endured in silence, not the jealousy of people who couldn't recognize your light until it started shining too brightly for them to ignore. It doesn't matter. They don't have the final say. God already made the final decision. The moment was sealed and the delivery date was written. Now, the heavens are bringing it to pass. What you're walking into is not just a breakthrough. It's a rebirth. You are not just going to receive. You are going to be revealed. The chosen don't just receive blessings. They carry assignments. You've been trained in the dark so you could lead in the light. And this Saturday, the light is going to hit your life in such a precise way. It will feel like a spiritual spotlight has been turned on. Pay attention, chosen one. This won't look like a typical blessing. It may come wrapped in unusual packaging. A message from someone you haven't heard from in years. A contract that gets resurrected. A conversation that leads to a gate you never expected. A door that opens without knocking. A shift in your body, mind, or emotions that signals the release of a spiritual heaviness. Stay alert. Don't ignore the signs. They're not random, they're God-sent. The truth is, you were always destined to be the exception. Even as a child, you felt different. The world around you tried to mold you into its system, but something inside you couldn't conform. You didn't fit because you were never meant to blend in. You were selected to stand out. And now that difference is becoming your crown. The very thing that made you feel strange is about to make you significant. This Saturday is a magnet. It's pulling favor into your orbit. It's pulling divine contacts into your path. It's drawing resources toward you that your bank account can't explain yet. You may not see it physically just yet, but you're about to experience the first wave of evidence. Watch how things start responding to your energy. Watch how peace starts replacing anxiety. Watch how suddenly what was complicated becomes clear. And don't be surprised if you feel something break open emotionally. This kind of shift doesn't happen without something within you cracking. Sometimes that crack shows up as tears, as memories resurfacing, as an urgency to move, as an intense clarity, as an awakening in your belly. That is not weakness. That is spiritual expansion. That is the sacred signal that the Saturday you've been prepared for is finally arriving. This isn't about hype. This is about prophecy. You have been in a divine waiting room, and the announcement just came through. It's your turn now. The names of others may have been called before you. Their blessings may have come first, but what's being handed to you now is not a leftover, it's a masterpiece. God doesn't run out of miracles. He's been customizing this one just for you. Don't shrink when it shows up. Don't second guesses whether you're worthy. Don't apologize for being chosen. You've cried for this. You've grown for this. You've let go for this. You've been misunderstood and mistreated for this. This Saturday is not a gift you stumbled into. It's one you were shaped for. Let this be your declaration. I will not fumble the favor. I will not run from the light. I will not dilute the blessing to make others comfortable, because what's coming has your name on it. And it is tied to a day that no calendar can explain. It's not just Saturday, it's your appointed hour. Understand too that this Saturday is the beginning of a domino effect. What God is setting in motion isn't a one-time surprise. It's a chain of strategic unfoldings. The favor released this Saturday will trigger other doors. Other people will find themselves blessed just because they're near you. That's how contagious divine favor is. It blesses everything it touches. You'll notice people treating you differently, not because they suddenly see your worth, but because the atmosphere around you is shifting. You've walked into a different energy field, a divine field. It speaks for you before you say a word. It fights for you without confrontation. It aligns what used to be out of sync. Chosen one, don't fear the spotlight. This isn't fame, it's fulfillment. It's the universe showcasing what God has crafted in secret. It's your becoming. It's your unveiling. It's your time. And even if you don't feel fully ready, don't worry. Heaven's timing is never premature. This Saturday will be like a personal earthquake, but instead of shaking things apart, it will shake things into place. Don't be surprised if you wake up that day with a heaviness that quickly turns to clarity, or with tears that turn into smiles by midday. It will feel like the heavens are communicating with you more clearly, because they are. This is not your imagination. It is confirmation. And for those who still doubt what's happening in your life, let them watch. Don't defend it. Don't debate it. Don't explain it. Miracles are the best rebuttal. And you, chosen one, are becoming a walking miracle. You're stepping into the kind of moment that shifts atmospheres. And as you do, don't forget what it took to get here. The nights you nearly gave up. The prayers you whispered when you had no more strength to cry. The times you kept showing up when nobody saw you. Heaven saw it all. And this Saturday is heaven's answer. There is a spiritual transaction that has already been approved in your name. And Saturday is the earthly moment that aligns with it. When you wake up on that day, even if everything around you still appears unchanged, your spirit will know something has shifted. Don't trust what your eyes see. Trust what your soul senses. This is not a day to question. This is a day to receive. You won't need a special sign to convince you. The inner confirmation will be enough. That pull in your chest, that sudden moment of stillness amidst the noise, that rush of tears with no clear trigger, that is the holy language of alignment. Heaven doesn't always speak through lightning and thunder. Sometimes it's a gentle whisper that says, "Now walk forward." This Saturday is not bringing you an invitation. It's bringing you a revelation. It will not be loud, but it will be life-changing. The best part, you won't need to knock on any doors. The doors will recognize your presence. They will swing open, not because you forced them to, but because they were created to respond to you. What used to feel blocked will feel fluid. What used to take months will happen in days. The pace of your life will begin to change, not through pressure, but through divine precision. You will find yourself in the right place with the right people, saying the right words at exactly the right time, and you'll know this is not coincidence. This is choreography. You're not being prepared for a blessing that will pass. You're being established in a dimension of favor that sustains. This isn't a temporary miracle. It's a foundational shift. You're not just crossing a threshold. You're entering a new realm of spiritual relevance. Everything about you will begin to echo with divine clarity. People will see it, feel it, and be moved by it without even understanding why. And here's something that may surprise you. Some relationships will start shifting around this Saturday. Not all divine events are about arrival. Some are about release. Don't panic if people start falling away or distancing themselves from your life. That's not abandonment. That's divine alignment. Everyone can't walk with you into your next level. Some people were only meant to accompany you through preparation, not manifestation. You won't need to explain yourself anymore. God is about to do the talking through results. The kind of success that you can't fabricate. The kind of turnaround that has no earthly explanation. The kind of favor that speaks for itself. You've prayed, you've waited, you've obeyed. Now comes the season where heaven displays. Chosen one, What's coming will break patterns. You've seen repeated cycles of delay, of almost, but not yet, of almost breaking through. But then it crashes. That cycle ends now. Saturday is your declaration day in the spirit. It will be known in the invisible world that your territory has been marked. Your gates are opening. Your name is being spoken in places you've never stepped into. Prepare for a sudden uplift, a phone call, a transaction, a message, an encounter, something unusual that won't follow the rules of time. When it comes, you'll recognize it by the peace it brings. You'll know it's divine because it won't make you panic. It will make you praise. And no, it won't make sense to most. But chosen ones are never called to the logical path. You are called to the legendary one. You are called to walk paths others fear to tread. You were not born to blend. You were born to break molds. That's why this Saturday is yours. Because only you carry what's required for what it brings. This is not the end of your waiting. It's the beginning of your walking. There is something royal rising in your spirit. You may not have seen the crown on your head yet, but the shift in how people speak to you, how doors respond to you, how energy wraps around you, that's the beginning of divine acknowledgement. You are stepping into an identity that was chosen before you were born. This is why you were preserved. This is why you were spared when others crumbled. This is why you were protected when chaos struck, not because you were better, but because you were selected. God did not forget the promise placed over your life. He was just waiting for Saturday. And let this be your posture moving forward. Walk boldly. Don't flinch at favour. Don't apologise for elevation. Don't shrink to make others feel comfortable. The version of you they remember is not the version showing up now. The old you would have doubted this season. But the new you, the one emerging on Saturday, that one was born for such a time as this. And it's not about pride, it's about prophecy. Humility isn't hiding. Humility is acknowledging that everything being given is not of your own doing, but still owning the fact that it is yours to carry. You can be both humble and holy. You can be both quiet and powerful, and you can be both unseen and deeply anointed until the appointed time. That time is now. You'll feel it when Saturday arrives. A lightness in your body, a wind of clarity in your thinking, a release in your spirit. Even the air will feel different. It's not a coincidence. It's a divine rhythm. And you're dancing in perfect time. Even if nothing dramatic happens outwardly, something spiritual will undeniably anchor itself inside you. And that inner anchoring is more powerful than external theatrics. Because from that inner place, everything else flows. And from this Saturday onward, it flows in your favour. Every word you've spoken in faith has been stored in heaven's archive. Not one tear has gone unseen. Not one late night, not one lonely prayer, not one act of silent obedience has been wasted. God is not overlooking you. God is spotlighting you. This Saturday is your scroll opening moment. It's the unveiling of what's been hidden, the announcement of what's been protected, the release of what's been reserved. Chosen one. Don't just get ready, stay ready. Because what's coming doesn't knock. It walks in like it was always meant to. And this time it is. There are moments in life where time no longer moves in seconds or minutes. It begins moving in purpose. And that's exactly what this Saturday is. It's not a countdown on a clock. It's a divine convergence. Everything is aligning in perfect order. Your spirit, your assignment, your environment. It might feel like your steps are ordinary, but they are now being divinely choreographed. What happens this Saturday will confirm what your spirit already knows. Your timeline has accelerated. This isn't a moment you can manufacture. You can't network your way into it. You can't hustle your way into it. You can only align with it and chosen one. You have your obedience, your resilience, your faith when nobody else believed. All of that was the code that unlocked this season. The Spirit doesn't reward performance. It rewards authenticity. And your heart has remained true even in seasons of deep isolation. Do not take lightly what's arriving this weekend. It's not a random stroke of luck or a cosmic accident. It's divine targeting. The universe isn't just opening something to you, it's handing something over. There are blessings being rerouted from those who mishandled their assignments and given to those like you who endured quietly and waited faithfully. This Saturday will feel strange to some around you. Don't be surprised if people begin sensing something different about your presence. They may not say it out loud, but they'll feel it. It's because your energy is being marked. You are no longer walking as a seeker. You are walking as a carrier, and those who carry divine favor cannot go unnoticed even when they try to. In this divine moment, your name is being whispered in the right rooms, not by your own effort, but by divine placement. Someone you've never met is thinking about you. Something you forgot you sowed is returning with increase. An old no is about to be reversed. A door that wouldn't budge before is now swinging open. Not because you knocked louder, but because God gave the command. This is what happens when the divine decree goes out. Resistance breaks, cycles close, windows open, and everything that once worked against you starts working for you. That's not ego. That's evidence. You may find yourself waking up early on Saturday without a reason or unable to sleep the night before. Don't fight it. That restlessness is a sacred stirring. It's your spirit making room for what's on the way. It's the internal realignment before external blessings arrive. Don't dismiss it. Lean into it. Listen deeply. Write down the dreams. Notice the signs. Follow the nudges. This is a sensitive hour. You're not just walking into a day, you're walking into a divine window. And let's talk about something deeper. There's also a transfer of spiritual weight happening this weekend. You are not only being lifted, you are also being entrusted. A new level of responsibility is coming because the mantle on your life is expanding. Your words will begin to carry more power. Your prayers will carry more breakthrough. Your very presence will begin to bring clarity where there was confusion. This is what elevation looks like for the chosen one. It's not just about money or status, it's about authority. Your voice will carry weight. Your intuition will sharpen. Your discernment will get louder. That's because your calling is no longer in the cocoon. It's stepping out into public light. And with that light comes an increase in both attention and opposition. But don't worry, you've been fortified. God doesn't elevate someone who isn't equipped. Every hard thing you went through wasn't just endurance training. It was divine reinforcement. You were being layered with spiritual muscle, hardened in wisdom, softened in compassion. All of it was the preparation for the weight of the blessing you're about to carry. This is why you couldn't collapse when others did. Why you couldn't quit when it got unbearable. Why you didn't lose your mind when the pressure seemed unfair. Because you were never built for normal. You were sculpted for divine history. And now that history begins to unfold starting this Saturday, don't be surprised if emotions rise up. If you cry without knowing why. If your body feels both tired and light at the same time, that's how alignment feels. Your human form is adjusting to a spiritual surge. Let it move through you. Let it recalibrate you, because what's coming must find you fully present and fully aware. You're not waiting for miracles anymore. You are walking with them. and not everyone will understand. Some will think you're being dramatic. Some will accuse you of being too deep. That's fine. You're not here for consensus. You're here for clarity. And that clarity is about to carry you through gates no one thought you had the credentials to enter. This Saturday doesn't just shift the atmosphere around you. It shifts the narrative of your entire life. The storyline that once said, rejected, ignored, too late, forgotten. That script is being rewritten, and the new headline is divinely chosen, on time, perfectly positioned. People will begin to wonder how it all happened so fast. But the truth is, it didn't happen fast. It happened faithfully. You didn't skip steps. You didn't take shortcuts. You simply stayed. And God rewards the ones who remain rooted when the wind blows hardest. This is your reward season. This is your rise. Saturday will not pass like a blur. It will stamp itself into your timeline. It will be a reference point you'll return to months, even years found from now. You'll say, that was the day everything shifted. That was the day I knew. That was when God made it known. You're not going back to old energy. You're not returning to old patterns. The you that steps into Saturday is not the you that woke up yesterday. A recalibration is underway. It's quiet, but it's powerful. You don't need the world to applaud. Heaven already has. And from this day forward, you will not walk alone. The wind is behind you now. The gates are before you. The alignment is complete. You are the evidence of divine timing. And Saturday is your confirmation. You've crossed into sacred territory. Now, what's happening is no longer a promise waiting in the distance. It's a fulfillment knocking at your door. This Saturday is not chasing you down because you're lucky. It's arriving because you've outlasted what was trying to disqualify you. You didn't give up when the wilderness felt like home. You didn't collapse when heaviness pressed on your chest. You held your ground when your knees were weak. That's why this Saturday is no longer a mystery. It's a reward. There is something God is about to do in your life that will leave no room for question. It won't be hidden. It won't be vague. It won't be a maybe. It will be clear, loud, recognizable. Even to those who counted you out, even to the ones who ignored your name, overlooked your light, or hoped you wouldn't make it. This move will be undeniable. This moment will be yours. And everyone who once doubted it will have no choice but to acknowledge it. Because this is what happens when heaven sends a day for you. It doesn't come softly. It comes with authority. This Saturday isn't coming to suggest change. It's coming to enforce it. To bring justice to places where you've been wronged. To bring completion where your life has felt suspended. To bring visibility where you've been concealed. To bring wealth where you've known only worry. This is divine settlement. Even if things appear still on the surface, you must trust what's brewing in the spiritual realm. The silence before Saturday is not emptiness. It's sacred suspense. It's the final moment before the curtain rises. It's the hush before heaven says, now. And when that moment arrives, chosen one, don't hesitate. You'll know it. You won't need to overthink. You won't need to consult 5 opinions. You won't need confirmation after confirmation. You'll feel it deep, true, aligned. The peace will fall like a blanket over your soul. That's when you move. You weren't prepared all this time just to question the moment when it finally comes. You were prepared so that you'd walk into it boldly, without fear. This is not the season to shrink. This is the season to stand. Even if your voice shakes, even if your heart beats fast, even if the step feels scary, take it anyway, because heaven is not behind you watching. It is beside you activating. Let this sink in deeply. This Saturday isn't a guess. It's a guarantee. When the chosen are released, they don't need to shout to be noticed. Their steps cause shifts. Their movements create waves. Their very presence becomes a message. That's what's happening to you. You're becoming a walking revelation. What people sense when you enter a space is not charisma. It's consecration. It's the mark of someone who has walked through the fire and didn't lose their spirit. It's the presence of someone who has cried in silence and praised anyway. This is what divine favor looks like. Not loud, but heavy. Not glittery, but glowing. Not forced, but flowing. And as Saturday approaches, you may notice tension rising. That's not an attack, that's the last gasp of resistance. Darkness always tries to distract you right before your deliverance. But stay locked in. Your energy is precious.